Up next is Penn State head coach Patrick Chambers. Chambers enters his first season with the Nittany Lions, taking over a squad that went to the NCAA tournament last year. Coach, if you'd like to begin with an opening statement, and then we'll open up the floor for questions.
You know, I got to tell you, it's an honor to be a part of the Big Ten, and it was an honor to be there at dinner last night with all those great coaches and coaches that I'm sure I've taken some things from, and you know, sharing stories and recruiting stories, basketball stories. It was great. It was just great to be a part of it, and I'm thrilled to be a part of the Big Ten, and I'm excited to be a part of Penn State basketball.
Thank you, Coach. Floor is open for questions. Front right.
Patrick, what has surprised you at all about your players in the first couple weeks of practice? Anyone in particular and anything in particular that they could do?
David, good to see you, buddy. I would say Tim Frazier, you know, his level of play. Now, I've coached a lot of great guards, Kyle Lowry, you know, Corey Fisher, Scotty Reynolds, Randy Foy, and I put Tim Frazier right up there with those guys. His speed, his intensity, his willingness to be coached is really second to none. And that's what we need this year. We need a guy that's going to fill that void. And you need leadership with a young team. We lost 4 seniors, and you know, Tim has taken the torch, and he's happy to carry it. And that's the way he's coming to practice every single day. And we keep stats in practice. It's doesn't happen very often that he loses the statistical category of what we keep. He's big time. And he comes with that approach, that business type approach that I want to get better. I want to be the best. I want to be a leader. I have been tough. If you can't tell by my voice, if you don't know me, my voice is a little scratchy right now. I've been very tough on him. And I think if you're tough on your leader and your captain and your best player, I think the rest of the guys are going to follow. And then they're also going to recognize, hey, he's just as tough on him as he is on me. So something to be said for that. And I think that's the way you grow a team. If we start treating guys differently because of their talent level, then I don't think I'm doing my job, and I'm not preparing Tim for his future.
Lone center aisle.
All of us in this room are familiar with the history of Penn State football. Why has it been so difficult for Penn State basketball to rise to that kind of a level and be a big, consistent winner? And when you were interviewing for the job, did you make any kind of commitment or promises to say you're going to bring the program to that level?
Good question. First of all, Penn State football is amazing. Joe Paterno's been there for 100 years, and what he's done there is incredible. And we're going to try to emulate that. I want to take what he's done, that model, and bring it over to basketball. And I think Ed and Jerry and Bruce all did that in their tenures in their own ways. There was no promises though, but my vision is, you know, to make Penn State basketball tops in the Big Ten, tops in the country every single year, just like football. And we got to go out and recruit those type of players, those type of kids. It's very unique though. You know, we need to find kids that are serious about their academics, serious about getting their degrees, and love basketball, and love to play, and want to be pushed, and want to be driven. And that's a unique athlete, and we're trying. We're out there. We're searching. We're looking. But I mean, Ed just went to the NCAA tournament last year. 2 years prior to that, they won the NIT championship. I mean, that's still pretty impressive. 2 out of 3 years is pretty good years. And we want that consistency, as I say in practice, persistent intensity. We want a persistent, intense level of men's basketball, and I think we can attain it. I think, and we're headed in the right direction. We just got to get the right kids in the program.
Front right.
What's Jermaine Marshall's status?
He is still suspended And he's working very hard to get back on the team. And I'm really proud of what he's doing and where he is now. He's doing really well academically. He's working out on his own. I'm communicating with him. You know, we have team rules, and we have a way that there's a standard of excellence in our program now. And if you don't abide by that standard of excellence, then you're not going to be a part of the program. It's that simple. And that's the way I want it, and that's the way it's going to be moving forward. We want kids that have great character and integrity, and think Penn State University first, Penn State men's basketball second, and then, oh, by the way, your family third. So that's what we're striving for. If he continues on the path that he's going, yes.
Time for one or two more questions. Front right again.
Thank God for you, David. Appreciate it.
You also lost DJ Newbill for a little while, so are you going to get into a situation where some of the assistants have to play in scrimmages?
Actually, I heard you played really well last week, so I was thinking about, can we get a reporter, you know, an exception? I got to talk to compliance about that. Our guys are working hard. The guys that we have on the second team, they're working hard. But we did lose DJ Newbill to he broke his shoulder in practice. Good news, bad news. We're playing hard, we're competing, we're getting after it. Bad news is we have some injuries.
On the left.
Yeah, Patrick, you look like you're going into some areas maybe to recruit that Penn State hasn't spent a lot of time in the past. What do you have to do to get some of these kids that you're going after to come to Penn State?
You know what? Penn State has a lot to offer academically. We have all the amenities that you need to be a great player, to be a great program. I think people just need to get there and see it. We need to get kids on campus. And we can't be afraid to get in some backstreet brawls. We can't be afraid to go up against Villanova, Georgetown, Pitt, West Virginia, Ohio State, Michigan State, wherever the area may be. I mean, we're focused right now on the Northeast corridor, so we're going up against a lot of Big East teams. But we can't be afraid of going up against those guys. And we're gonna get that one guy. It's going to happen. I mean, we've had a lot of big-time kids on campus. It's going to happen, and we just got to get them there. And our message is, you know, we're a great program, a great institution, a young coach that's going to be there for you and who's going to push you, going to drive you, but also who's going to put an arm around you, going to love you up a little bit too. And that might be unique for this generation, the generation of now.
Time remaining for one more question. On the center aisle.
Coach, just staying on that topic of recruiting, as a Philadelphia guy, that's one area that Penn State's had a tough time recruiting over the years. I mean, what do you think just your background can give you in recruiting that area and against going up against some of those programs you talked about, the Villanovas, the Georgetowns, other people that recruit that area?
It's all about relationships. You know, I built those relationships throughout my whole life in Philadelphia. Played ball, high school ball in Philly, college ball in Philly. Philadelphia is definitely an important piece for me because of those relationships, trusting relationships. Those coaches want to send their players to guys that they trust. And hopefully parents know who you are and they know your family and they know where you grew up. So that's where you want to send your kids. And you want to send them to the right situation as well. So I'm hopeful. And it's not just Philadelphia, though. We got to hit everywhere. We got to go where the talent is. I mean, obviously, that's where my relationships are. That's where I'm from. But we need to dive into those relationships.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.